Robinson looks inside. He's sealed by Pippen. Tough pass. And Rodman is upended by Baker.
Hey guys, this is Dominique Wilkins.
Hey, this is Sean Kemp.
This is Gary Payton.
Hey, this is Pau Gasol.
NBA fans, what's up? This is Vince Carter here.
Hey, what's up? This is Matt Barnes. If you're an old school NBA fan like I am, make sure you check out the Basketball Time Machine with my man Sean David.
Hey guys, what's good? Welcome back to the Basketball Time Machine. My name is Sean David. Thanks for tuning in. Let's talk some old school NBA basketball. In today's episode, I want to take you guys back into the 1990s when Dennis Rodman became a Chicago Bull. So we're going to have a little bit of a time travel. But before we dive into today's episode, let me ask you guys for a small favor. If you're new to the show, please subscribe to the channel and like the video if you enjoy the content. All right, enough said. Let's get right into it. So where do we start? Now, obviously, I can take you back to the Detroit Bad Boy Pistons days, but I want to take you back to the part where Dennis Rodman actually is becoming a San Antonio Spur. Okay, but we got to talk at least a little about the Pistons. Now, everybody should know that Dennis Rodman spent many years in Detroit, where he transformed from a bench player into the best rebounder in the entire NBA. His energetic style of play, his hardcore defense, and his mental toughness made him a valuable asset on the Detroit Pistons roster. He won 2 championships with the Pistons, but had a hard time in the early 90s. When the Pistons team started to change, Dennis was not only losing his motivation, but also his mind, and gave the Pistons no choice but to trade him to the San Antonio Spurs. This was not really a match made in heaven. The San Antonio Spurs, who were led by David the Admiral Robinson, were not ready for the craziness and the wild lifestyle and antics of Dennis Rodman. More and more, Dennis got out of control and clashed with his coaches and his teammates, and obviously his opponents. You want to have some examples?
You saw that coming, and now he's going to get his money's worth. And he might be gone for a few games, too, if he continues any longer, George.
Out of bounds, and Rodman talks to him. Rodman pushes Stacy. Stacy pushes back.
Now what are they going to call? Double foul?
Probably, yeah. Oh, Stacy went at him that time.
He's out. Stacy's gone. Well,
Rodman got him in the face. That's what Horace is saying, and Horace is furious.
He says he headbutted him, and here's the way it started.
Hey, Rodman.
Yeah, Rodman gave him the push.
Rodman got him over the eyes.
By Robert Horry, that doesn't count. The foul is on Dennis Rodman. And that's 4 on Rodman. And now Avery Johnson trying to calm Dennis Rodman down before he gets a tee at this end.
It was clear for San Antonio that they had to make a decision. Even though Rodman was still one of the best defensive players in the league and by far the best rebounder in the NBA, the Spurs' chemistry was suffering, and it was clear that Rodman was the reason. So they decided that they wanted to trade Dennis, but the only problem was that almost every team was afraid of adding Rodman to their roster because who knows what he might do. Then Jerry Krause of the Chicago Bulls decided to make a move and offered Will Perdue, okayish center, and the Spurs agreed. But before the Bulls would make that move final, they had to talk to Michael and Scottie Pippen.
Scottie, when he did come, right, and you see a lot, even just in that 1 minute of film we saw, right, and about everything that preceded him, his reputation, he was social media before social media, all that stuff. How comfortable were you with having Dennis as a teammate? Did it take you a little bit?
It was a tough sale. I definitely can say I wasn't overly excited to get him.
The Bulls desperately needed a dominant rebounder who would fill the void that Horace Grant has left 1 year prior when he signed with the Orlando Magic. The move was now done, and the NBA was shocked. Dennis Rodman, who was a true rival of the Bulls, who was an enemy of the Bulls, was now a Chicago Bull.
Of all the offseason moves in the NBA, none got more attention than San Antonio's trade of Dennis Rodman to the Chicago Bulls. The planet's best rebounder is also one of its most eccentric characters, and therein lies the dilemma for those who have dealt with the worm. Does his personality detract from the skills he brings to the arena? The Bulls will find out.
So here we are now. Dennis Rodman officially became a Chicago Bull. And everybody was like, okay, how can that even work? So everybody was really excited about the first regular season game.
In the first half, and we've seen this before, Dennis Rodman, no points. 3 rebounds is all he's got, the 4 straight rebounding champion. But he's only got 3 in the first half, also 3 fouls, plus a typical Dennis Rodman performance.
You came here this evening expecting tenacious defense by Chicago.
Rookie, so they need the spacing right. Nice move.
Dennis Rodman takes the double team. Kukoc inside to Rodman's first basket as a Chicago Bull.
Workout called Sacred Hoops. It's called Zen in basketball. I'm going to get that one.
Dennis's first game was, let's say, all right. I mean, he had 11 rebounds and 2 points and played very, very good defense. After the game, Michael Jordan was asked about his impressions.
What about your new teammate, Dennis Rodman? How has that gotten along? What's the chemistry between you two?
Dennis is going to be fine. You know, we asked Dennis to come on this basketball court and give us 110%. We don't care what color his hair is, no matter what. He's going to come out and play hard. And, you know, we got a system here. We're on time. We practice hard. And, you know, he's abolished. I mean, he's been there every day.
Now we all know how the story continued. Dennis Rodman became a major part of the Chicago Bulls three-peat. The Chicago Bulls making history. The Chicago Bulls becoming my favorite team of all time. The Chicago Bulls becoming the best team of all time. And Dennis Rodman was so important for that team, not only because of his rebounds, but because of his defense, because he got people into the seats, because of him being Dennis Rodman. And when we talk to NBA legends, other NBA legends, they are also really appreciative of Dennis Rodman, which you can also see that he became one of the top 75 players of all time.
How do you defend? How do you rebound? And you got to remember, we was in an era where people really got paid for their offense. You didn't get paid for rebounding. And rebounding wasn't anything that was in fashion. Dennis Rodman, the way he rebounded the basketball and the way he played, he made rebounding and defense sexy. You know, and not only did he make it sexy, he also figured out how to get paid for just rebounding and playing defense. And again, in our era, you didn't get paid for rebounding. And I remember, you know, we in the layup line, and I was on him about, hey man, you know, you got to get loose. You got to, you know, get some layups. And he's like, no, I want to watch, you know, the rotation of the ball, how many times guys, you know, he was counting the rotation, like Joe's ball, like, you know, spins like 3 times in the air. You know, this guy spins like 2. And I had never heard anyone talk about rebounding in such a scientific way. You know, this one, when he shoot, his ball is gonna bounce short. This one's gonna bounce long. This one's gonna bounce up. He knew everybody's shot pattern.
I knew what Dennis brought to the table. We just felt like that, and I personally felt like that Phil could handle any situation. Phil was always a father figure for his players, helped guide them on and off the court, and I felt like he would be a great fit for Dennis. And it was a match made in heaven, as Dennis stated. We needed something that he could bring to the table, and he brought a lot more to the table than we bargained for. So it was a blessing in disguise for us.
They put it with a lot, though. It's a lot with the good, the bad, right?
Right.
Metaphors.
Right.
But was
there anything you put them through that you're like, I can't believe I did that?
Well,
yes.
Yes, yeah. You know, I know, but it's like, yes, they did. I did. So, but it was funny though how winning and coming together as a team can solve a lot of things.
All right, you guys, that was it for today's episode. I hope you enjoyed the content. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe. All right, you guys, that was it for today's episode. I hope you enjoyed the episode. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and even more important, click on the notifications button so you always get notified once I upload a new video. All right, see you next time.